What it do, YouTube? It's your boy ISO Antonio, and today we're back with another deck profile. So, as promised, this is the deck profile I mentioned in yesterday's video of Super Quantums, aka Power Rangers. This deck holds a special place in my heart. Sorry, because I'm a huge Power Ranger kid. Love them. Seen every Power Ranger up until I think it was Samurai. I stopped watching at the Samurai. Didn't like the show after that. But other than that, here's the Power Ranger deck. I went undefeated. My matchups were Morganite, I 2-0'd, Scareclaw, Vanadium, Asmina, I 2-0'd, and then in the finals it was me versus Purely. Went to game 3 and I won after going second. Yeah, this deck can play through a lot, especially if your opponent doesn't know what to hit. That really does help. Magnus is broken, but yeah, let's get into the deck profile. I think I'm gonna start with the engine and then go into the non-engine and stuff like that. So we got 3 blue layer. I'm not going to explain the cards because I'm pretty sure everyone knows what these cards do, but blue layer is one of your best starters. We got 3 blue, we got 3 black. Black is a custom card for the deck. He makes his deck a lot more playable. I think, when I do side in going first, I do take out 1 black, just to let you guys know, but we're going second, I run 3. Sure. We got 2 whites. I don't think you need any more of the white ones. I think he's good at 2. I didn't really like 3, even though getting a black and a white in your hand is kind of like busted, at least for turn 0. But I'd rather not break the deck. We got 2 reds. You're not going to need any more than 2 reds, to be honest. I think when I start playing the K9 version of this deck, I think I'm gonna go to 3 reds. Not exactly sure yet. We do play the 1 green. He does come up every now and then. We got, here's a little difference of my deck. I'm running 2 of the Zaytons. Because in the deck I am running 1-for-1, and seeing Zayton is good, and seeing Alphen is good, but I kind of wanted to make more room for a couple more hand traps, so I had to cut these down to 2. Same thing with Alphen. We got Alphen at 2 over here. Alphen is it's also one of the best starters. I would not mind normal summoning this, but it does lose to Ash Blossom. It does. So for the other engine, I am running a very, very, very small package of 1 Engraver, 1 Lacrima, and 1 Lurie. Also, there's a track in here, but that is my FIENDSMITH package. I don't think you need any more of these cards. It makes Caesar, it still makes Desiree, it gets the job done. I think that's all you need. So for the spells, that's it for the monsters. We got 2 of the layer 19. You don't really need 3. I never seen the point when 3 ever came up. I mean, I think 2 is the perfect number and a perfect ratio because you can search for it with red if it's in the gray, blue, black. Like, you can search for a lot. You don't need no more than at least 2 at least. We're on 1 of the mega ship. Once again, same reason, you can search for it. You can place it off the Alphen Strike, which we're also on 1 of. And I don't think you need any more of that. This card is a brick in the hand, but the effect on summon came up 1 time. I field wiped my opponent off this card, and they special summon a monster from the extra deck with no restrictions, whatever, and they summoned Baguska off of it, and I was like, yeah, I see why this card is kind of bad. but its graveyard effect is really good, and that's when it mainly gets used by. We're on 1 track, as I said before. For a couple of the board breakers, we're on 2 droplets. I am running droplets over imperms because I think droplet is a better card for this deck, because you get to send cards from the hand to the grave, you know, to get their effects and to negate their monsters. Also, quick tip, you cannot send Leery off droplet because that's not a discard effect. I did it so much and I was like, damn, I keep forgetting. We're on 3 E-Tellies because, you know, E-Tellies good card, especially just doing it in the draw phase. That way you can get your search off blue and not get drawed. We're on 1 called by, 1 cross out, and 1 talents. You know, the Holy Trinity. Nothing to explain about those. We're on 1 for 1. That is only at 1. And it does come up. It's nice to send a card from your hand just for someone from the deck. Like this card, if you do this card and you also have E-Telly, you don't have to even have to use your normal summon. It's really good. It's like a really good card. Yeah, you can even do this card and you can I'm pretty sure, but yeah, you can like search for Leery, like search some Leery and just keep doing the FIENDSMITH combo without even like doing your normal summon. For the only trap in our deck, we do play the Mega Sword trap card. It makes your Magnus way bigger than most monsters, so that's a good thing, because there's monsters that can actually attack over Magnus, and this trap card does come up because it does piercing damage and it allows your monster equipped to it to attack 2 more extra times. So I like it. Most people aren't running it, but I do like the trap. Alright, so for hand traps, we are on a weird build. So we get the 3 draws, because that's kind of like mandatory nowadays. We got the 3 ash, also mandatory nowadays. And this is kind of weird, but we're on just 2 Fua. I don't think I need any more. I mean, 3 might be nice because it helps you with discarding and stuff like that, but I think 2 is really good. I think so. Yeah, we're on what, like 3, 6, 8 hand traps with 2 droplets, so that's like 10 cards. I wanted to keep the deck close to 40 as possible. I think the count is 41. So you can run more hand traps if you want. I just like a more of a minimalistic deck, just for consistency issues. But the deck is fairly consistent. All right, that's it for the main deck, guys. Let's get into the extra deck. So we'll start with Rangers. Boom, bam. We're on 2 Luxorex. It does come up a lot, actually. We're on 2 Magna-Liger. Yeah, Magna-Liger. I'm gonna say Liger Dancer. Yeah, Magna-Liger. He also comes up. We're on 1 of blue, or Grand Pulse. 1 Ouroboros. 1 Magnus. That's it. That's all the powers to play in extra deck. I don't think you need any more. Maybe you might want to like second Magnus, but like I said, you can just recycle them with blue, so I doubt it. Of course, we're on, you know, the good old FIENDSMITH, so we're on 1 Requiem, 1 Sequence, 1 Moon, 1 Necro equipped, and 1 Caesar. Oh, and 1 Desiree. So that's for the FIENDSMITH package. FIENDSMITH package is really good in this deck because you get a lot of extra monsters that you can make into Moon. Or if your opponent's hand traps you or draws you, you can just make those 2 monsters, you make it to Moon. And then just go straight FIENDSMITH combo. The FIENDSMITH combo does not lead back into the Power Ranger combo, but the Power Ranger does lead to FIENDSMITH combo. And for the last 2 flex spots, I'm on 1 SP Little Knight because the deck just doesn't restrict you into anything. So like that's the best part about this deck. There's no restrictions, so you can just go into any card without have to worry about like being locked to lights or to Power Ranger or XZ, stuff like that. And then for the last card is Zeus. I do like Zeus. It was hard for me to pick between Zeus and an Ogumde. I think I like Zeus better because more XZ summoning you do, and you can make an 8 material Zeus if you wanted to, and that's really busted. Also, my favorite thing to do is when I go into one of the like the Mecha Beast and they have like 1 material, and let's say like their material is like useless, whatever. I will just, or like that's not a quick effect, I should say. I would just attack with one of my monsters and then turn that card into Zeus, and now I can have like a monster negate with a Zeus on board, which is pretty threatening, honestly. Or you can have a Zeus with a Caesar. Zeus fits a lot more better in this deck, and also he kind of does look like a Megazord, so he had to come in the deck. That's it for the main deck, guys. So let's get into the side. My side deck is a little weird. It's definitely going to change when the new set drops. I think I'm going to replace a couple cards with maybe some Retaliating Seas and some XZ Encores. But as of right now, until the new format officially drops, we're on the 3 Lancia. Because, Orcus, Malice, Psychics, Goaty, all these weird decks that banish a lot of cards and stuff. We're going to keep the Lancias in here. I even think for next format, Lancia is still going to be in the side, but I'm not exactly too sure. It depends on how the format wraps around. We're on 2 Nibiru. Because nothing feels greater than making Magnus and then letting your opponent just play and play and play and play, and then you just nib him, and then your Magnus still stays there. So it's really incredible. We're on 2 Ghost Spell. Ghost Spell, kind of a hit and a miss. It does its job, but I think this might be one of the cuts for like maybe a Retaliating Sea. Not exactly sure how my deck can play around Retaliating Sea, but I do know the opponent's deck cannot, so we'll take that risk. We're on 1 Thrust, 1 Duster, 1 Lightning Storm. Yeah, we still got respect back row around here. And thrusts can get you into a lot more other cards, especially the ones that we're running, such as 2 Evenly Matched. People are not actually expecting the Evenly Matched nowadays for some reason. I don't understand why they're not expecting this card, but they should definitely respect Evenly Matched. Because there's not a lot of decks out here that can put up Omni Negates that can negate traps. So Evenly Matched is really good to have. We're on 1 D Barrier. We can run it as a cross-out target if we want, or we can just use it on someone else, We also have the Thrust, so basically we have 2 D Barrier. And then for the last 2 cards on the side, Solemn Judgments. It's solemn. It can replace my Fuwas I keep in the main deck. I actually like my side deck. It's kind of versatile, I guess you can say. But like I say, I'm gonna have to make some changes when I start going against new effective decks such as Yummy, K9, and Dragon. I'm gonna say Dracomaid, Dracotail. So that's it for the side deck, guys. That's it for the whole deck. So if you guys like my ratios or like the deck itself, let me know. Also, comment below, like, which is your favorite Power Ranger series? Mine is a mix of the Disney Channel era, so I can't like hardly decide. But any of those like 6, I wouldn't argue. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.